When the time came, God Neph called his proper officers, and they proclaimed his presence, and the people came to order. Then God said, "Even as our role was before the submersion, so shall it be now, and you shall fill the same places as before, every one to the place provided. Nevertheless, from this time forward, all work in heaven and on earth shall be new, and as if nothing had been. Let my lords, their attendants and ushers, prepare for their departure, and they shall receive, as they desire, from other volunteers who have come into my kingdom, and these shall be assigned to labor suited to them, whether it be with mortals or with spirits in the first resurrection. And to my marshals, messengers and Oahspes, hear the word of your God, Neph, which is that you proceed throughout Atmospheria, selecting and appropriating all suitable places for the spirits of the dead, and that you apportion builders and workmen, and erect factories, schools, hospitals, nurseries, and all other suitable places, adapted to receiving those of the first resurrection, as is done in all Atmospherian heavens. And all who are thus received shall be called Essenes for the first 5 years, but after that, they shall be called Essenes, signifying having separated from corporeal desire, being full residents of the world. But those who will not become Essenes, being the spirits of drunk mortals and hard bound to the earth, shall be called Drudge, signifying wandering spirits of darkness and of evil. And those who engraft themselves on mortals shall be called Fetals, signifying sucklings, and these names shall continue in heaven and on earth to the end of the world. Where you, marshals, messengers, and Oahspes, may perceive the fault of leniency of the gods and lords of old, you shall be circumspect, yes, on guard, and even mindful of all the circumstances of the matter in these times. For never again shall the rod of water chasten the living earth. When God Neph completed giving all his commandments, and the people were ready to depart, the Essenors and trumpeters sang and played a hymn adapted to the new heaven and new earth. And when this was finished, Aph, son of Jehovah, spoke, saying, "Behold, the light of the high heaven opens. Your son, O Jehovah, longs for a great labor. I, Aph, go on a journey farther than 10,000 suns. Phaetisi, your daughter, O Jehovah, and goddess of 1,000 worlds, has set apart, scheduled a time, to join 2 corporeal stars in a far-off heaven, on which 1,000,000,000 shall be delivered into spirit life in a single day. With her, by your will and power, O Jehovah, I go. But yet do not let these, your gods and lords and all their hosts, surmise, conjecture, or imagine, I will forget one single soul of all who are here. And when the next An appears, behold, I will return to them to enjoy a portion of their sweet love." Aph is done. And now the chief, Aph, descended and sat at the foot of the throne, and God Neph, suffused, which is to say, bathed with tears, came down and took his hand, saying, "Behold, he who is greatest makes himself least of all. Arise, O Aph, son of Jehovah, and crowned immortal God of the Ark of Noah, son of the Almighty, arise and go your way." So Aph rose up, and shaking hands with God Neph and his lords, descended to the borders beyond the foot of the pillars of fire, and his hosts with him, being 10,000,000 in number, where the proper persons had in readiness an ascending Otavan with wings, into which they all entered. At a given signal the Otavan started upward, but toward the east, and, swift as a shooting star, it sped forth, and presently disappeared in the distance.